Hello everyone, this is Ajanta ma'am. Please subscribe my channel, hit the like button as well as the bell icon for an in-depth analysis into your short stories, your poems as well as your novel. Now this is the part 2 to the short story with the photographer by Stephen Leacock. Please go to part 1 to have a complete analysis of this short story. Now, how would you describe the photographer? In the story with the photographer by Stephen Leacock, how would you analyze his character? Now, with the photographer by Stephen Leacock, the photographer is depicted as somewhat eccentric. He's crazy, a little bit on the crazier side, and a very enthusiastic individual driven by passion for the emerging field of photography. We are talking about early 20th century, and technological advancement was there, and so people were adjusting to the technology, to the technological advancement, and not everybody was very good in it. This character, the photographer, is being described with a mix of curiosity and frustration. He is a slightly frustrated person, eccentric, and the photographer is also characterized by his relentless, continuous pursuit of the perfect photograph, and often at the expense of social conventions and comfort. So he would like to shoot the perfect photograph, but often it is not very comfortable for the subject who is being photographed. Who's being photographed, he is not very comfortable at times. Therefore, the author Leacock uses humor to portray the photographer's interactions with his customers, his subjects, and his almost unwavering commitment to capturing images in the very, you can say, in an era of photography where it was getting technologically very advanced, showcasing both dedication. The photographer shows a lot of dedication and absurdity, trying to take the perfect photograph, associated with early practitioners of the art form of photography. This photographer in this story exhibits a blend of enthusiasm, eccentricity, and single-minded determination. The photographer is portrayed as someone who is very, very keen, very deeply passionate about the evolving world of photography and all the technological advancement in the field of photography, showcasing a very pioneering spirit in embracing all the new technology that is available, because at this time this was a very nascent era of photography and technology was just, coming in. The photographer's character is marked by a humorous juxtaposition of his enthusiasm for capturing moments and the unintentional awkwardness that arises from his absolute dedication, his pursuit of the perfect photograph, which at times was not very welcoming by his subjects. Now, Leacock's character sketch of the photographer captures the essence of early photography in the 20th century, in the beginning of the early 20th century, navigating the challenges of a rapidly changing technological landscape with both charm and humor. The photographer seems to lack professional ethics, as is indicated by his unpleasant and sometimes very humiliating treatment of the narrator, who is his subject, or you can call his customer. So he is quite unprofessional, as we can say, and he makes the narrator wait for an hour before calling him to click his photograph, and he shows his total lack of professional ethics when he makes changes, continuous changes in the narrator's photograph to satisfy himself, because, as I said before, he is trying to click the perfect photograph. He retouched the photograph over and over again, to the extent that the narrator is unable to even recognize himself in the photograph, the proof that he has been shown. Thus, it seems the photographer appears to be quite an unethical person, not bothered about his customer or subject's comfort, and he lacks the basic fundamentals of his profession and basic manners in dealing with his customers, because he continuously prompts the narrator, and he is that he even told the narrator that his face was quite wrong, and he replied that he had always known it. And again, when the photographer continuously kept on complaining about one or the other facial features of his, he told him with a voice full of emotion, but with dignity, that he had lived with that face. The narrator told that he had lived with the face for 40 years, and therefore he knew its faults. He did not have a perfect face, and that is not the reason why he had come for a photograph. He just wanted his photograph to be clicked. He didn't want him to correct his face and do whatever. But the photographer keeps on complaining about one thing or the other, and retouches the photograph so many times that the photograph seems not the narrator at all. What the narrator looks like, the photograph looks absolutely different, because the photographer has retouched it so many times. Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe.